So the next video here will pick off now that I've showed you how to get to the scheduler and navigate through, and then you've learned how to do your unavailabilities. The next is going to be showing you how to either trade a shift or request for other people to attempt to take your shift. So I'm back logged in as one of the scribes and looking at the month of April. The first thing, if you want to have somebody take your shift, is let's say that she wanted to give up the April 9th shift. You click on your shift. The remove request button is here at the top. You can either email everybody or not. I would suggest you do, just in case people don't get on here very often. Click submit remove request, and when you do that, this will have remove request on there as follows. This just emailed everybody. And now let's say you change your mind, click on it, cancel remove request, and it comes back to you. It's literally that easy to ask other people to take the shift. This doesn't guarantee someone will take it, but this is the way to ask for it to be removed. The other thing I'm going to show you is how to trade a shift, and then also show you why one won't work. So let's say that this scribe knows that they want to try and trade this shift on Saturday the 19th. I'm actually going to go to that day. It'll make it a little bit easier, because then what you can do is you can go to the all scribes and see who's working, and you see everybody that's available that day to work. So we were looking at Catherine Martin as the first scribe, and let's say that she wanted to try and work at 4 p.m. that day. She would click in that scribe Lawhon's 4 p.m. shift, and now it brings up the trade request box. So you don't click in your shift that day, you click in the shift you're trying to trade for that day. Trade request button comes up and you click it. Now what it does is it actually says, alright, any of my shifts, so these are all of Catherine's shifts for the scheduler, when can she trade? She wanted to trade the 19th. She clicks offer to trade, done, and now there's a request in there. How do you know that it worked? You click my trade requests, trade request I have initiated, start, end, location, who it's with. You can send them a reminder email, or you can cancel it, and in this case I'm going to cancel it because I don't need it there. But that's the way to initiate a trade with someone on that day. If someone else initiated a trade with you, you would see them here under trade requests others have initiated, and you can accept them there. And that's all through this my trade request button. Let's say that Catherine and Martin and Lawhon had already spoke, and they knew that they wanted to try and trade that day. You can look at those two together by setting your filter options, and then those are just there. Now let's say you want to go back to the regular month view. This is the way to do it, and see only your schedule X this. Let me show you an example of one that won't work. I'm selecting a scribe who typically can't work Monday through Friday. So for example, on the 9th here, let's say that Martin wanted to try and switch her 8 a.m. for that 5 p.m. So you click on Copeland on the 9th, you hit trade request, and you come down to your shift on the 9th and say offer to trade, trade not possible. On your end, it's not clear why. On the back end, the reason this is not possible is that scribe Copeland is unavailable to work that day. So you just can't initiate a trade with her. So you can X out of this. Now let's say that Copeland changed her mind and she wanted to work that day. What she would have to do is she would have to log in. Copeland would log into her account. She would go to the 9th, and she can edit or delete her unavailability that we had done in the last video. Once she deletes that unavailability, it now opens this up. this is something that frequently people send me a message. I couldn't get the trade to work. Well, go change your unavailability and see what happens. And lo and behold, that's the reason every time. So that's a way to initiate someone to take a shift, to initiate a trade, and that also shows you why a trade doesn't work. I hope that this helps you navigate through the system, and if you have any trouble trading, you are welcome to email me or my secretary. The other thing that you will need to email us about is if you work half of a shift. So let's look at, on this day, for example, let's say that Martin was going to work 7A to 11A and someone else was going to work 11 to 3. You're just going to have to email us on those, and we will go in and make the entry on here, because at this time that's not something that you can go in and enter. It's actually like it's creating an extra shift. So just email that to us and we'll make that change for you. Hope this helps. Thanks.